Hi everyone, welcome to game number 2 of the JSBL playoffs. The 7-2 matchup in the quarterfinals. It's between Stearns Trailer and Larson Ford. A great game one between intern helpers who put up their best fight of the season, and RKA Athletic, the 1 seed, who will be moving on to the second round. And it should be nothing short of fireworks as well. Dan Yuzerski alongside Alec Craftham, and we thank you for tuning in as Kevin Mateo launches a quick 3 and hits. Mateo right off the bat gives Stearns a 3-0 lead.
Yeah, nice job by Mateo. Once again, picking up where he left off. One of those really quick guards that Stearns has to offer can really light up the scoreboard.
We thank you once again for tuning in as Pierre-Louis tried to lob it in to Lyons, and Stearns comes away. Mateo on the drive will kick it out. That one almost stolen. Here's Alonzo Frink. Swings it to the corner. A Dortch 3. Doesn't go off the front of the rim. Dortch gets it back, lays it up. Left that one short as well. As put back with the left, he lays it in.
Nice job by Dortch. Once again, one of the most aggressive guys at hunting the boards and going at the rim. Can really jump out of the gym, too.
As that one misses. Here's Diggy Coit, led the league in scoring this year. Coit on the drive, lays it up, in off the glass with the right hand, and Stearns is up 7-0 a minute in.
He's so quick with the dribble, can get to the rim or pull up from 3, and that time he just took it straight to the hole.
Another turnover. Here comes Diggy Coit. He'll launch a 3 and connect. 10-0 Stearns, a minute 20 in.
They've been firing on all cylinders on offense and on defense. They're turning that defense into offense.
Nate Pierre-Louis, who was very vocal last night how they wanted this matchup, and that one falls, the mid-range for him, and it's 10-2.
And Nate Pierre-Louis playing with his brother Josh as well. The two of them ran the floor so well in last night's game. We'll see how they match up against Stearns.
Remember, they got off to a tough start as Frink lays it in last night as well. They were trailing by 10 in the first. They trail 12-2 right now as Nate Pierre-Louis drives, lays it in with the right, and gets it. Maybe even a foul call, but he didn't get the foul. 12-4, 2 minutes in. Coit launches a bomb. That one no good. Rebounded by Selby. He'll step back and hit on a long 2. Actually, that's Jalen Gaffney, who entered the fold earlier this year for Stearns, and he's been fantastic. Here's a 3. That one doesn't fall. That one by Andre Hyatt, who's wearing 22 tonight. Here's Coit. He'll try another step back 3. That's one off the top of the rim, no good. Here comes Josh Pierre-Louis, lost it. It was tipped by Mateo, so they'll keep possession. Nice pass inside and a feed, a layup for Hyatt, 14-6.
Yeah, a bit of a miscommunication there for Stearns on defense. Frink didn't rotate over to help, and easy layup there for Hyatt, probably the easiest one he'll ever get.
Mateo launches on a triple. This one off the rim, no good. Larson starting to kind of find their footing. They dump it inside. McCallum, the one-handed slam. 14-8. Larson, a dangerous 7 seed with all the talent they possess. And Stearns, the 2-time defending champion, without several key players, as that one mid-range with a kiss off the glass for Gaffney.
That is not an easy shot for Gaffney, and he made that one look easy.
As Hyatt fouled on the attempt with the right hand, he'll go to the line for 2.
And we were talking about it last night. Hyatt has the size and frame of a forward, but the skills of a guard. I said last night, current Rutgers head coach Steve Peichel said of his former player, kind of like a power guard, where he can really go down low and on the block while still being able to handle the ball and shoot from the perimeter.
He's been fantastic. Was great last night and great and really been great all year. He's gotten off to a nice start tonight as he hits both of the free throws, and it's 16-10. Larson has weathered the storm since being down 10-0. They've outscored Stearns 10-6. Here's Coit. Draws the assignment of McCallum. Coit through the legs. Feeds Mateo, who drives, kicks to the corner. Swing Dortch. Takes the 3, takes the mid-range, open look, and hits. Parker Dortch extends the lead to 8 for Stearns Trailer.
He has that unorthodox shooting form where he has such a high release, but he makes it off the dribble, and that's a nice shot for him.
Pierre-Louis missing on the mid-range attempt. It'll go back with Stearns. Coit after the screen from Selby. Coit was looking for a running mate. He finds Dortch. Dortch backwards pass, finds Campbell, who had an open look from 3 and couldn't hit. Here's Hyatt running the floor. Finds McCallum. He'll try a triple from the corner. That one high arcing and no good. Lions tip the rebound into the hand of Mateo as Mateo going coast to coast lays it in with the right hand.
Mateo so explosive off the dribble, especially in transition. He loves to run with the ball, and on that one just got past the defense. Not a bad defensive effort, but was able to put it through.
Mateo now on the other end knocks the ball out of the hands of Josh Pierre-Louis, and Larson Ford sputtering a little bit. As Pierre-Louis launches on a deep 3, and that one couldn't hit. Lions fighting for the rebound, saves it, gets it out to Hyatt. Hyatt will try a triple, and that one rims out. Rebound McCallum. Excellent work on the offensive boards for Larson Ford, but they can't convert. Here's Coit, step back triple, hits. Diggy Coit extends the lead to 13 as we hit the 5-minute mark of the first quarter.
And once again, he is just so quick with the ball in his hands and gets his release up. I mean, he just has that step back move down pat. And it's a big reason why he was the leading scorer in the league this year, and a big reason why he's attracted a lot of high major interest in the transfer portal.
Larson Ford calls timeout, and we're waiting to see if it's going to be a full media. I don't believe it will. Haven't seen our clock guy, Charlie, do it yet. I believe this is just a 30-second. Next whistle will be immediate.
And we have really seen, sorry to cut you off, Dan, we've really seen Stearns get off to a fast start because of their defense. Where a lot of these games they've been able to put up a lot of points on offense, but they've really leveraged a lot of turnovers into transition opportunities and put points on the board in some of those matchups.
And this is what they do. They turn teams. This is how Stearns plays. It's the style that won them back-to-back championships with, and still not the same amount of guys, but kind of like a college, it doesn't matter. They get the same success as Pierre-Louis swatted out of bounds, and this will take us to a media. He's got 2 free throws awaiting him, a foul called on Stearns' trailer. Or not. I guess that was the media that we ran through.
Oh, well.
So you get 10 minutes of us rambling about basketball. You can't ask for much more.
Absolutely. I mean, what else would you want in life?
As Pierre-Louis hits his first foul shot. And the best part about tonight's second action, we don't have to stress about the Yankee game like we did last night.
Yeah, thankfully a 12:35 game today, so they got that out of the way, the stressors out of the way quickly.
I was going back in the air with like panic. Nick was showing the best facial expressions of all of us, and then you were watching us in disbelief as Coit tries a long 3 and connects. Diggy Coit says, "I'll match you with a long 3," and it's a 14-point lead, 4:30 to play in the first. As Pierre-Louis gets to his spot, tried to get a mid-range from the foul line, didn't go. Another good offensive possession on the glass for Larson Ford, and it's Christian Lyons, the beneficiary. He puts it back in.
Yeah, nice job by Lyons. Him and McCallum both are really good secondary pieces. Aside from the Pierre-Louis brothers, just really like to get after it on defense and in rebounding and are great athletes.
Here's Dortch laying it up with the right. That one hit the back of the iron. Rebounded by Lyons. Here comes Larson. Lyons drives. Off the glass with the right, lays it in. Lions with the deuce, and it's 26-16. Here's Coit, working on McCallum. So shifty, Coit drives, feeds an open 3 for Dortch in that corner off the side of the rim. He left it short. The rebound comes out to him. He'll try another 3, and that one falls. Parker Dortch gets the right rebound, and he puts it back in with a 3. Lyons step back triple. That one an answer. Christian Lyons, known for his highlight reel dunks, nails a 3.
Yeah, we're starting to see a lot of the forwards get more involved here in the three-point game, and it's working very well for both teams.
As Mateo couldn't answer, rebounded by Hyatt. Here comes Josh Pierre-Louis. They run the floor so well. Josh lost it for a second. Feeds his brother Nate. Corner triple. He hits. Back-to-back 3s for Larson Ford, and they've cut the lead to 7.
And the way these two can find each other, Josh and Nate Pierre-Louis, unlike anyone that we will likely see here with the connection that the two brothers have.
Nate almost got the steal. Here comes Dortch. Finds a cutting Selby, who lays it in. Almost a Another steal as Lyons drives, goes up with the right and lays it in. Lyons cuts it to 7, 2:30 to play in the first.
I thought he got away with a little chicken wing. Looks like Parker Dortch agrees, trying to plead his case, but nice job just going up and under with the right hand out of the outstretched arm of Dortch.
The old Truba as Coit faked the three, passed it to Dortch up top. Thought about another three, gives to Mateo. Mateo's got a hoist at the buzzer, and that one was left short. Would have been a shot clock if he didn't get it off. Here's Napier, he finds his brother Josh. A three, that one no good. Hyatt tips the rebound all the way into the corner, and it's grabbed by Coit. Here he comes running the floor, and Coit bumped. First foul in the last 2 minutes for Larson.
And once again, Coit just so fast offensively with the ball in his hands, and he has the ball on a string, so it's very, very difficult to rip the ball away from him, and no choice there for Larson Ford but to foul, just to stop the ball and get a new possession and reset on defense.
I mean, every time we watch this guy play, it's like, how is this guy not signed yet as he tries a mid-range, and that one off the mark, no good. Here comes Lyons. He got stripped of the ball out of bounds and will retain with Larson.
And I've been looking, but I haven't seen a lot of other high major entrants, surprisingly enough, because of how well he's played here. I feel like some more high majors should be interested as McCallum gets the layup to go.
McCallum cuts it to 5, 90 seconds in quarter number 1. Here's Gaffney, took a shot to the face. No foul call, no. Keep playing, that might have been friendly fire. Gaffney will try a triple. That one, a piece of it gotten by McCallum. They get a long pass, McCallum lays it in, 3-point game. And for the start Larson Ford had, you have to be happy with where they're at a minute to play in the first.
Absolutely, they've kept the intensity up and they've been able to fight back into this game. Stern's got a little bit lackadaisical with the ball in their hands as well.
Here is, a steal. That one lost. Here's Josh Pierre-Louis, couldn't handle it. So it'll be Stern's possession. And they don't have number 12 listed yet, so we'll figure out who that is after the quarter. Here's Coit with his team up by 3. Diggy Coit gets to his spot in the mid-range. Didn't have the right touch. Here's Hyatt, finds McCallum. He'll try, he thought about the 2. Deep 3 for Pierre-Louis, and Nate couldn't hit.
And once again, I mean, we feel like we say this a lot. That's not his best shot. It's a good shot for Pierre-Louis because he can hit it, but it's not his best look, especially early in the shot clock.
Here's a 3, and that one doesn't fall. And then the rebound and put back by Frink goes, and it's 33-28.
And once again, Frink has the size advantage to go up in the boards. And Hyatt and Lyons are good defenders, but when you got a guy like Frink who is tall and very big, there's not much else you can do when you try to box out.
So Frink at the line extends the lead to 6. 10 seconds, so some time for Larson to get a shot off. Down by 6. Pierre-Louis at the buzzer. That one no good, and that ends an exciting first. Larson trailed by as much as 10. They're down by 6 to start the second quarter. We'll be right back after this short break. Playoff action on JSBL Hoops. Welcome back, JSBL action here on the YouTube channel as Josh Pierre-Louis has it. He'll try a mid-range and sink it. Josh Pierre-Louis cuts the lead to 4 to start the second quarter.
Such a dynamic shot maker. Even when he's not going towards the rim, he can just rise up from the mid-range, and he's very good from that area.
Diggy Coit feeds Dortch. Stearns, the defending two-time champion with Shavar and Jakari Spence, as that 3 from Dortch off the mark, no good. Here comes Nate Pierre-Louis. Nice pass to Lyons, who lays it in. Oh, what a feed. Nate Pierre-Louis doing his best Mahomes impression, and it's 34-32.
Feels like every game we watched Lyons as a highlight reel slam, just able to fly high and time it right for the lobs.
As Coit missing on the shot. Here comes Pierre-Louis. Larson on a quick little run. Nice feed, and Lyons couldn't handle it. Left it a little bit behind him, and it'll go back to Stearns. 9 minutes to play in the second. 34-32, and Larson really punching back after Stearns fired a heavy first punch. Here's Mateo laying it up with the right. Nice floating layup there, and it's 36-32. Here's McCallum, watch out, and he's fouled. McCallum could put together some highlight reel dunks like a lot of the other players on the floor for Larson right now, and hasn't done it quite yet, but I tell you what, I don't know how much the guys on the bench for Larson will play, and that guy in number 12 on Stearns is Mason Jones, by the way. But you have to be happy with the 5 you have at least gotten to be on the floor for you as McCallum sinks his first free throw.
Yeah, absolutely. I feel like they're all playing very well together as well, and this is a very dynamic group. They can do a lot with or without the ball on offense and defense. I think a big reason why they've been able to get back into this game, they've switched Nate Pierre-Louis onto Diggy Coit, and he has the quickness to match up with the dribble moves that Coit has, and he also has better size and strength, so he can really stonewall him from trying to go to the rim or make any flashy moves.
That's where Alonzo Frank will come in big as a steal here. Here comes Larson Ford on the break. Pierre-Louis leading it. He gets McCallum. McCallum tried to slam it with 2 and couldn't, but guess who's right there? Christian Lyons after a feed from Pierre-Louis. We're tied at 36. Timeout Stearns.
And once again, turning offense into defense. We said this about Stearns in the first quarter, but now Larson Ford has really been able to get at it and force a lot of turnovers as this game has gone on. I feel like this 5 on the floor right now for Larson Ford is their best chance at pulling off the upset.
As there's a timeout on the floor. I mean, you gotta give a lot of credit to Larson for not blinking when you're down 10, and a lot of teams that you go down by 10 and it's almost like at times a death sentence, especially with a team like Stearns. But Larson Ford came into this postseason with something to prove, and those are always the most dangerous teams.
Absolutely. I mean, we heard Nate Pierre-Louis last night. He was really pumped for this matchup, and him and Josh are really starting to will this team to victory the way that they're both playing on both ends of the floor.
And add in guys like McCallum, Lyons as Frank gets the layup. Might have been an offensive foul, but I don't think Lyons had his feet set. And then even Andre Hyatt, who's played high-level basketball in multiple stops in Division I. You have yourself a making of a team that can make a run as McCallum. The slam! One-handed flush for Isaiah McCallum. Here's Coit. Got by Pierre-Louis. Open man, it's Mateo, and he's going to request a screen from Dortch. Mateo stripped of the ball. Here comes McCallum again. He's gotten one man to beat, and he's denied by Mateo. Wow. It'll stay with Larson, but how about that chase down block from number 3, Kevin Mateo?
Heck of an effort by Mateo, and again, he's one of those great athletes that Stearns has in their guard room, and that denies 2 points. That's a big stop there in a tie game.
A 3 for Josh Pierre-Louis, a wedgie. So it will be, I believe, a jump ball at center court. Not often you see that.
I thought it would be yeah, it is. I thought it would be a jump ball. It's supposed to be. This is the NBA rules. There's no possession arrow here.
I don't know how I feel about the possession arrow. It's like one of those things that you have the most love-hate relationship with it. of all time, as that's an easy win on the tip by Dortch. It'll be Coit leading the offensive end. He gets it to Gaffney. Coit will pull and hit on, couldn't hit on a three. Here's Lyons. He'll try a mid-range, he swings it to Josh Pierre-Louis. Here's Hyatt up top. He'll try straight on three and hit. First lead of the night for Larson Ford. They lead by 3, 41-38.
That catch and shoot three at the top of the key for Hyatt is one of his specialties. He's really good just moving in rhythm off the catch.
Here's another steal. Larson running the floor. That's Hyatt with some Regency at the rim.
And that is a tough pass to make by Pierre-Louis. A really low bounce pass, just perfect accuracy, and Hyatt scoops it up and puts it in.
Here's Mateo, almost went out of bounds, and then another turnover for Stearns. What is going on? Larson Ford turning up the heat defensively.
I like the analogy that you're making with the Hyatt and the hotel chain. I tell you, as someone who worked for the Rutgers radio station, got to call Andre Hyatt's game for 3 years, there were a lot of those made. That was a good one.
All right, so I'm not the originator of it, though.
No, but I think you did it well.
Here's Josh Pierre-Louis. He lost the ball. And it'll go back to Stearns, down by 5. Largest lead of the night as a three for Gaffney was left short off the front of the iron. Here's a three for Coit, open look, he couldn't convert. And a long rebound, Karam's out. Here's an alley-oop opportunity, and Josh Pierre-Louis couldn't quite throw it down. Long pass, Coit will drive, flip one up with the right and miss. Again, great defense. Both teams running the floor and struggling to score offensively. Here's Pierre-Louis, jab stepping in and laying it in. That one had some nice English on it, and it's 45-38.
Perfectly executed jump stop there. Splits the closing defense, and that's an easy finger roll.
Here's Gaffney, swings it up top. A three for Dortch. He couldn't hit. Rebounded by Hyatt. And Larry Marshall gonna call timeout. A little questionable, would you say, with them being up as much as they are?
Especially in a transition opportunity like that, you don't see that too often. But I think he just wanted to get his guys a little bit of rest and get their heads back into it and making sure that they're keeping up that intensity. Stearns really is playing like they have something to prove out there tonight. Or Larson Ford is, excuse me. They're really playing like they have something to prove out there, like you mentioned. Their intensity has been top-notch, and Stearns has just been stymied on offense. A lot of the reason because Coit has not been his usual self, especially in the second quarter.
I'm impressed. I have to say, Larson went down 10-0 early, and we've repeated that a few times, but the resiliency and then the 5 guys they have on the floor right now are, simply to put it, better than what Stearns has on the floor at the moment.
Absolutely. You never thought you'd say that about the 2-7 matchup going the other direction. But, again, reinforcements coming in for this Larson Ford team have been absolutely massive. And the way that these 5 play all together, you got Nate and Josh Pierre-Louis as the 2 main stars that can really do whatever on the offensive end. And then you got McCallum and Lyons, who are those great secondary pieces. They do whatever role you need them to. They're great athletes and defenders.
As Pierre-Louis laying it up with the right, no good, but he was fouled. He's got 2 awaiting him at the charity stripe.
And great drive there, just going coast to coast. That's why Pierre-Louis, Nate, is so dangerous, because he's got the size and the frame of an NBA wing, but he is so athletic and quick off the dribble that there's not much you can do except for try to force a jumper and hope he misses.
Like that, and so you're saying that Steve Peichel would also call him a power guard?
I think so. If Steve Peichel did end up coaching Nate Pierre-Louis, I think he would have similar things to say in terms of his skill set. Well, I think Hyatt was probably more of a streaky three-point shooter, but yeah, I think it's the same type of thing.
As they're up by 8 after Nate Pierre-Louis splits a pair at the line. Offensive foul, they're gonna get Selby. An illegal bump on number 21 for Stearns, and actually, no, they're going to get a foul on McCallum. I thought that maybe Selby bumped him a little too hard, but no, and Mason Jones to check in for the team in white and blue. Gaffney fakes the 3, swings it to the corner. Dortch also faking, he'll drive, go up with the right, and lay it in. With 5 minutes to play, Stearns trails by 6. Last year's defending champ without Shavar Reynolds, former Seton Hall and Monmouth point guard, and Jakari Spence, who's transferred to Jacksonville. As Pierre-Louis going up with the left, couldn't lay it in. rebounded by Stearns, and they'll run the floor. Here's Dortch. Euroing to the lane and denied out of bounds by Pierre-Louis, taking us to immediate timeout. 4:40 to play in half number 1. Larson Ford, the 7 seed, leading by 6. Welcome back, JSBL first round action, the quarterfinals of this fantastic league. Dan Yezerski alongside Alec Krauthamel and Larson Ford leading the defending champs, Stearns Trailer by 6.
Yeah, they've just been able to amp up the intensity and the pressure on both ends of the floor, particularly at the rim, and forcing turnovers into instant offense.
As Mason Jones laying it in with the left, cutting the lead to 4. Stearns is led by as much as 10. Larson as much by as much as 8. Hyatt threw it away and then got it back. Here's McCallum going up with the light and denied by Dortch. Here's Gaffney running the floor, laying it in, and Stearns giving Larson a taste of their own medicine. They now trail by 2. Here's Josh Pierre-Louis going way up, and then that one tipped out off of Stearns. And they inbound. Hyatt tries a 3, book it. Hyatt booking a 3, and it's 49-44.
Just a consistent three-point shooter Hyatt is, and if you give him time to spot up, he's got a quick release and got good size, and he'll drain that.
Here is Mason Jones driving along the baseline and fed Dortch, who went up and was bumped. He'll go to the line for 2. 49-44, Larson Ford leading, 3:39 to play in the second. And a Manasquan High School gym that was very full for the first game, an electric one. And this game has been pretty good in game number 2.
Absolutely, and it's just been the playoff buzz is palpable here in the gym. Just been able to really play hard. These two teams, and even the two that played in the first game, have really turned up the intensity. It's just been a great start to this playoffs, and I think if all the other games are going to be like this intensity-wise, I think we're in for a really good playoff set.
Dortch hits a pair, and tomorrow night we'll have Seaview and ACI Robbins. That's another good game, and then WCT will take on, as Pierre-Louis lays it in Ortho and Jay, the final one of the first round. They have Abdi Bashir back, which should be an exciting matchup. Here's a swing to the corner. Coit drives under the basket high with the right, couldn't lay it in. Dortch, and make that Selby. Tipped it out, fed it to Mateo, and he nails a 3 to cut the lead to 2.
Yeah, really great job there by Mateo of just being able to be in the right place at the right time, and then Selby going high up in the air to tip it. And a great job on the rebounding battle.
I'm excited for tomorrow's games as well, as we talk about that a little bit more. And Abdi Bashir played 1 game for WCT, scored 40, went back home over throughout the summer, and will be back for WCT. They have their superstar to go along with some of the guys that have played well for them, as Nate Pierre-Louis is fouled. And then Ortho, you have the talent that has been good enough to get them to 4 straight championship games. Now they haven't been able to convert in those games, but they have the talent to beat anyone. And then ACI and Seaview. Seaview, without Demir, kind of struggled last night. We'll see as Pierre-Louis misses on the first free throw.
And I think with this WCT team, not playing tonight, but I think what WCT needs is another one of those guys that can just go out and get a bucket. Andre Wesley's been terrific at
Well, that's
going
what
to the
this
rim.
year is.
And exactly, and they just need another one of those guys. And I mean, there's a lot of these teams that could really make runs if things fall right for them.
Even Intern had that shot tonight. They played really well, had a 5-point lead with less than a minute to go. As Frank has it under the basket here. Dribbled it off his shoe. Frank. Going to be a foul on the floor. I believe it'll go on Hyatt. Actually, they'll give it a Lions. Third foul on Larson.
I was kind of surprised it took that long to get a reach-in foul. This Larson 4 team's getting pretty handsy on defense, very physical, and it's a big reason why they've gotten to where they are now.
As Frank missing on the layup. Here comes Josh Pierre-Louis running the floor, going up with the right and laying it off the glass. 5-point lead for Larson.
Man, the body control by Josh Pierre-Louis, that was terrific on that play. Just a great job of hanging in the air and putting the ball up and giving himself a good opportunity to score.
As Coit going up with the left. Blocked but out of bounds, but I believe they got too much of that arm, and Coit will go to the line for 2.
Yeah, you can tell he's a little bit frustrated, just has not been able to get the same scoring impact that he usually does. Just has been really locked down by this Larson 4 defense and their aggression on the perimeter.
As Coit got that one to rattle in. I'll tell you what, and I'll go with the college football analogy here because, you know, the new playoffs, you got 12 teams. Coit goes 2 for 2 at the line. Feels like Larson 4 is Alabama and Stearns is Michigan. After of these college football playoffs, as Nate Pierre-Louis has it. He dumps it down low. Lyons spins, goes up with the right and lays it in. How about that bucket from Christian Lyons? It's a 5-point lead. We approach 2 minutes to play in the first half.
And Parker Dorch came off the backside to try and help and strip the ball, but he just couldn't get there. And a nice layup by Lyons with 2 guys on him.
Here's Frank. Gives to Campbell. And he threw it away. Coit couldn't handle it. Turnover for Stearns Trailer, and it'll go back to Larson Ford.
Yeah, Stearns just looks like they're pressing on offense a little bit. Just got to take a breath and try to get into your sets, although this Larson defense has made it very difficult.
Hyatt couldn't hit on that 3. And here comes Stearns the other way. Dorch with a head of steam to the rim, Euroing in and laying it up with the left. How about that layup for Parker Dorch? Here's Josh Pierre-Louis, an offensive foul. And it'll be a turnover.
It's funny, not all the time that you see a guy end up on the floor and he still gets whistled for the foul, but that's just the size that Alonzo Frank provides on the block as Hyatt will get whistled.
Professor Frank taking Hyatt to school. I don't think you got my Simpsons reference.
Oh, it took a little bit.
Yeah.
It's been a long day. Some of these things take a little bit longer to hit.
9:24 here.
Yeah.
And normally we get saddled with the late games at times can be a little bit of a drag to go through. This one, not at all. As Mateo up with the right hand, couldn't lay it in the first time. He gets his rebound, and the second time's a charm. 56-55, Nate Pierre-Louis is bumped. I don't know who they'll get that on. It'll be on Mateo, so 4th-team foul on Stearns. They're first in the last 2 minutes. So next foul for each of these teams, regardless of it was the first or second in the last 2 minutes, will result in free throws. Nate lost the ball. Here comes Mason Jones with a slam. And Stearns now up by 1.
Yeah, great job by Jones, just going right at the backside of Pierre-Louis and just stripping the ball away, got all ball and just ran the floor and slammed it home.
Final 60 seconds of the first half. Nate Pierre-Louis going up with the left off the glass, no good. Hyatt the rebound, he couldn't put it back. Fight for the rebound ends in the hands of Campbell. Here comes Mateo. Thought about the 3, will slow it down for Stearns. Stearns could go for a 2-for-1 opportunity if they want. They get Frink on the block. Oh, nice pass to Coit, who is cutting and lays it in.
Yeah, really nice pass, finding Coit on the cut, and that's what he has to do more of if his perimeter isolation game isn't working. Move off the ball, and did a really nice job there.
Here's Nate on the logo. 59-56. Hyatt, he'll try a triple. That one left off the front of the rim short. 2-for-1 opportunity for Stearns. They got the two. Now they got the one. Can they convert on the second? Coit, step back three, denied by McCallum. At the buzzer, they try to get it off. They couldn't get it in, and that ends an exciting first half. I'll tell you what, though, questionable play. Lions just threw it up. And he could have had a chance for McCallum.
He still had a few seconds left. I don't know why he just threw it up, but yeah, either way, an exciting first half. I'm really excited to see how this game goes in the second half. Really good job by both teams of just getting out in transition and running, and really good physicality and aggression on both ends.
Alec and I will be back with the halftime report in about 2.5 minutes, and that'll start the second half coverage. First half in the books, 59-56, Stearns in front.
David Smith of the Jersey Shore Basketball League here for the halftime report. Again, another game where it could have been a blowout if you just looked at the seeding, but it's a very close game here in Manasquan, 59-56 with Larson Ford, the number 7 seed, in the lead against the number 2 seed, Stearns Trailer, the defending 2-time champions who were undefeated last year, losing a lot of core pieces from last year, but still a very talented roster. Both teams were seeing a very balanced attack. For Larson, 4 in double figures with Andre Hyatt, Christian Lyons, Isaiah McCallum, and Nate Pierre-Louis all over 10. Nate Pierre-Louis and Christian Lyons both lead the way with 15. And then on the other hand, Stearns, they have 3 in double figures, playing very balanced as well, with David Coit, Parker Dortch, and Kevin Mateo all in double figures as well. Both teams doing a really good job of getting out in transition, playing sound defense on transition as well. But we have a good one here in the second half on tap. Both teams playing hard, and we'll see what happens here when we come back.
Hi, everyone. We welcome you back to the start of quarter number 3. Dan Yuzerski alongside Alec Krauthamel. Thanks to David Smith for a wonderful halftime report. Larson, the number 7 seed, and Stearns, the 2-time defending champ, up by 3. It's 56-59 as Josh Pierre-Louis going in with the right, laying it in and getting an extra. He'll go to the line for one more.
And once again, his body control is so impressive, the way he just hangs in the air and flips the ball up. As it looks like Nate Pierre-Louis and Kevin Mateo are exchanging words.
Someone just got called for technical.
I can't tell if they only gave one guy a technical or if they gave them both. Just the blanket double technical. I couldn't tell which way it was going.
I think it's on Stearns. It's on Stearns.
Oh, now it looks like Josh Pierre-Louis and Kevin Mateo are getting into it.
And the fireworks have started. What?
I don't know what could have started this. I mean, there wasn't anything going on in the play.
Both coaches have come out. And Kevin Mateo just got disqualified.
I think they just tossed Nate Pierre-Louis, too. Well, both of those losses, Nate Pierre-Louis and Kevin Mateo, would be massive for their respective teams as they're hugely important pieces. I don't know what happened that could have caused this.
What is going?
It looks like Gene Campbell will check back in. Stearns only has 4 guys on the floor, so Campbell does have to come in. I couldn't tell. The official gave the motion that they were both being tossed. I couldn't tell if that meant that they were both gone or if they're just instructed to go back to the bench. Something must have been said between the two of them because Josh Pierre-Louis looked like he was ready to square up as well as Nate and get in the face of Kevin Mateo. I don't know what was going on.
Well, Mateo is for certain done. He's taken off his uniform.
Yeah, I looked like they gave the double technical to Mateo and Nate Pierre-Louis. And then Josh came over and started getting into it with Mateo.
Is Nate gone too?
It looks like it because
yeah, he is.
I think the officials gave the motion that they were both being ejected, and that is a massive loss for both teams.
And especially Larson Ford, as they don't have really a representative guy off the bench at all.
They don't, and now with Nate gone, I mean, that he has been the hub of their offense for the entire season, and now in the playoffs he's tossed, and I mean, you can educate me on the rules a little bit. Does this mean if Larson does win this game, does this mean he would be out for the next game too on Monday?
Oh my goodness, you might be right about that.
A monumental call by the officials here, ejecting both of them. Because the same thing for Stearns, if they do win this game, they won't have Mateo in the next round either. And Mateo, next to Coit, is one of their most important guys in the backcourt. And we've talked at length about the impact of Nate Pierre-Louis for this team. I'm surprised Josh didn't get a technical for his role in this as well, but a massive loss for both of these teams and kind of halted the momentum just 9 seconds into this third quarter.
So Josh Pierre-Louis ties it. Nate has left the bench, so you would guess he's been ejected as well as Coit drives, flips one up, and one. But not even that, the impact that Nate has on the defensive end as well.
I was just about to say that. He's the one that's been checking Diggy Coit all game long, and it looks like he's left the building as well, Nate has. He walked out of the gym, so that would indicate that he's also been ejected.
Both have to, and that's the rule with the JSBL. If you are ejected, you have to leave. So this is Josh Pierre-Louis and Hyatt really going to have to carry the load here. They miss. Here's Hyatt, rebound, and put back no good, but he was fouled. He's got 2 at the line.
And Parker Dortch couldn't believe the call there off the offensive rebound. And Peter Luster has checked in, one of the guys off the bench. He did not play in that first half. So Larson Ford's had been running with the same 5 all game long. As Luster checks in for the first time as Pierre-Louis' free throw is good.
I mean, if you just look at the bench, and I mean, this is a massive loss. I mean, Nate Pierre-Louis is an all JSBL player. And now you have to run with Peter Luster, who is not even close. As that one misses, good defense by Luster there. Here comes Hyatt. Andre Hyatt, Euro going up with the right hand, missing and putting it back in. Larson in front.
And Hyatt flexing his muscles there. He'll be headed out to Belgium after this JSBL season is done. Just a great job of just muscling his way towards the rim and then getting after it on the boards too.
Coit with Luster guarding him. Step back two, got it. I mean, just automatic for David Coit. He's been fantastic tonight. Here's Josh Pierre-Louis going in and one. Josh Pierre-Louis picking up some of the load, and it's 65-64.
Yeah, it looks like he's going to have to be the main guy as Kevin Mateo is leaving the building after he was tossed as well. It looks like Josh is going to have to pick up a lot of the slack on the ball, and that's an interesting part of Larson Ford's offense. Josh was not playing all that much on the ball. He was more so getting set up by his teammates, so he's going to have to take on that load.
Here's a step back three. Coit couldn't get it, rebounded by Hyatt. Here he comes with a head of steam, Euroing, and was fouled on the floor. They'll get Coit on the whistle. Second personal foul.
And once again, Dave and I talked about this in the first game. It looks like the whistle's getting a little bit tighter in the playoffs. The intensity and the physicality has definitely shot up, and has some of the whistles here as well.
Here's Josh getting to his spot. Foul line jumper, no good. Rebounded by Coit. Here's Mason Jones along the baseline. Feeds Coit. Swings an extra pass. Here's a three for Campbell, and he couldn't hit. Here comes Josh Pierre-Louis. Nice feed. McCallum with the right hand off the glass, and it's a 4-point lead for Larson.
And McCallum, another one of those guys that's going to have to step up at the rim in terms of replacing Pierre-Louis' production. As it looks like a turnover there for Dortch, couldn't handle a pass. But yeah, he's one of those guys that's really going to have to step up, and I think he's ready for it. He's been one of those secondary guys that plays his role extremely well.
Here's Josh Pierre-Louis. He gets it to Lyons. High jump hook, no good. Rebound tipped out by him. It'll go back to Stearns.
And the thing is, I mean, they have played without Josh Pierre-Louis for much of the season, but not Nate. So it's going to be interesting to see how they respond without their leader for the entire season.
And not even that. I mean, Stearns with the guys that they can bring off the bench a lot better than the guys Larson can. As Stearns has really a whole army of guys that they can suit up at any given time. Step back three. Oh, man! What a shot for Gaffney. Cuts the lead to one.
Wow, that was a desperation heave at the end of the shot clock, and he made it look easy on the fadeaway.
Here's Josh Pierre-Louis. Lost the ball. Dorsch comes away with the steal. George running the lane and foul. I don't know if they'll get that on the shot or the floor.
I think they will. Yeah, he was going up with it. And once again, Dortch, just a nice play on the ball. I mean, it looked like Josh Pierre-Louis just kind of lost it. And it went right into the hands of Dortch, and he's a great athlete, can really rise up with the best of them.
As you have Dortch to the line for a pair. Hits on the first. So Frank will check in, Selby as well. And with 7:06 to go in the third, this game tied at 68 apiece. Not anymore. Dortch hits a pair, and it's a 1-point lead for Stearns Trailer. Here comes Josh with the ball. I mean, I guess I could say Pierre-Louis now because his brother Nate's been kicked out. Josh Pierre-Louis to the lane, a wild shot, but he was fouled.
Yeah, really tough physical foul there. And sometimes that's the only way to stop Josh Pierre-Louis because he gets so high in the air. It feels like this Larson Ford team has the highest capacity of high flyers in the entire league. I mean, you got 3 or 4 guys. You got Lyons, you got McCallum, and you got both Pierre-Louis brothers that can absolutely fly in the air and jump out of the gym. Looks like Hyatt was doing a little mop-up duty on the floor before the free throw.
So Josh Pierre-Louis has 2. Chance to give his team the lead back. He now with only a chance to tie it as he misses the first free throw.
And Pierre-Louis spent this summer with the Jazz Summer League team. He had a great few years at Temple and then was even better at UC Santa Barbara, helping lead the Gauchos to a couple of NCAA tournaments.
He misses both at the line, so Stearns still in front. Here's Mason Jones Euroing in. Couldn't get the shot to go the first time and missed the second time as well. That was actually Selby who put up the rebound and put back. Hyatt, a triple, couldn't hit, rimmed out. So it's Diggy Coit, the leading scorer. Feeds Dortch, who pulls up from 3, and that one off the mark, no good, and a loose ball foul will go against Alonzo Frink.
Yeah, cleared out with a little bit too much aggression there. He's still the biggest guy out there, and sometimes that can get him in a little bit of trouble, as it looks like with 6 minutes to go. Again, we're only 4 minutes into the third quarter, and we're already seeing Larson Ford in the bonus as Alan Holman will check in for the first time, as Josh Pierre-Louis will get a little bit of a rest up.
I mean, this is now, Josh Pierre-Louis is your most important player almost at this point, as Frink will get whistled for the foul. And you're right, having McCallum and the rest of Larson Ford in the bonus is humongous with the time that's been left to play.
Still 6 minutes in the quarter, and Stearns has been playing aggressive defense, and especially at the rim, as McCallum hits the free throw.
To tie it.
And McCallum, once again, he's just one of those really great role players that can really do a lot of different things that's asked of him.
He's going to have to step up more tonight in this second half, as that's a good start. He hits both. Here comes Jones the other way. Larson back in front. Selby with doubled in the corner. Feeds Mason Jones, who goes up on McCallum, lays it in, and 1. Stearns back in front by 1.
Yeah, nice job just running the floor. And again, got a little bit caught, but a nice job of just rising up and getting the contact. As I don't know if I'm seeing it right. It looks like Josh Pierre-Louis has changed out of his uniform. So have we seen the last of Josh Pierre-Louis for the night as well?
Oh my goodness. This is a massive problem for Larson as Lyons gets a layup. It looked like Josh had kind of hurt himself a little bit on that layup attempt where Mateo fouled him as Frink lays it in. And he tried to push through it, and I don't think he could have. I don't think he could. So Larson now missing their 2 best scorers, and it's back to mid-season Larson ball.
Yeah, and except you sub out Nate Pierre-Louis for Andre Hyatt, and as good as solid of a player as Andre Hyatt is, he's no Nate Pierre-Louis out there with the ball in his hands.
Peter Luster tries a 3 and couldn't get that one to go. Coit. Oh, he put him on skates and then denied at the rim by McCallum, but a foul is called.
And it feels like when you get the ankle breaker like that, as you're the defense, you're doing anything you can to prevent the score in the highlight reel play, and now Coit will have free throws. And it feels like since the ejection of Nate Pierre-Louis, Coit's been a lot more comfortable operating off the dribble. And it makes sense because Pierre-Louis was doing great work on him.
Coit is so good as Larson will get in Lucas.
Yeah, Agba Jemison subbing in.
Jemison, thank you. I looked at that and was like, oh.
Trust me, as someone with a tough last name, I know the feeling.
Stearns up by 4. Here comes Holman. Stearns without a primary ball handler on the court. It's the Andre Hyatt show now. He tries a mid-range and hits. Big shot there for Hyatt to cut the lead to 2 with 5 minutes to play in the third quarter.
Yeah, he's going to need to be the primary facilitator and scorer on offense, and we've seen him as another nice layup by Coit. We've seen him kind of take that role on, especially earlier on this past season with Rutgers, where they kind of needed someone to step up and be that prime guy, but Hyatt was more so a spot-up guy more than a just go-off-the-dribble guy, so we'll see how he handles this role. As
Lyons hits on a foul line jumper. It's the 3 you need to play through right now as McCallum, Lyons, and Hyatt, as the other guys on the floor really can't compete with Stearns. Coit putting Luster into his bag, and he couldn't hit on the three. 78-76. Hyatt. Turnaround jumper. That one couldn't fall and tipped out by Abajemicism. And that'll send us to immediate timeout. 4:12 to play. 78-76. Stearns in front. Oh, that's crazy. Yeah, welcome back. Thanks to Nick for putting us on the hot mic. I'm joking with him, but Stearns up, and that one for Frink falls. I tell you what, Frink's like a brick wall and can lay it up with ease.
He really is, and he moves pretty well for his size, too. He's a bigger guy, a la DJ Burns at North Carolina State.
Oh, I like that. I like that comp a lot, as Hyatt missing on the mid-range, and then a nice pass from Coit, and oh my goodness, a foul called on Hyatt, and that's a laughable call.
I think they got Lions, actually, and nobody could believe the call. Everyone just kind of ran away, trying not to argue with the officials too much. And
that was Charmin Ultra Soft.
It looked like the only reason why Gaffney got the call is because he fell over. That was good defense staying vertical.
I mean, there are some fouls that get called in this league that just make you turn your head. That was for sure one of them. Not one if you're an official you want to put on the tape.
Yeah, absolutely not.
Here's Holman. Feeds the Lions. I mean, Larson without a real scorer as Luster tries and hits on a three. Big shot for Peter Luster, and he cuts the lead in half.
Yeah, I feel like without the Pierre-Louis brothers, they have to take the initiative on their own to try to create their own shots off the dribble. A nice job by Luster. That one was a few feet behind the line.
Here's a step back for Gaffney. Gets the friendly bounce and extends the lead to 5.
Not bad defense for Holman there either, but just a great way to rise up by Gaffney and hit the shot.
3 minutes to play in the third as a three for Lions off the front of the rim, no good. Coit the rebound. And he can run the floor dangerously now. Stearns, they dump it down low. Selby spinning, laying it up with the right in off the glass, no good. Rebound and put back. That time it goes. And Stearns now up by 7. As Larson has only scored 19. There's a three for Holman, an air ball. I mean, this is getting bad early. Late early, I should say.
Yeah, absolutely. Just losing your top 2 guys, and those guys have meant so much to this offense. They basically are instant offenses in and of their own selves, the 2 Pierre-Louis brothers. It's just put a huge dent into the chances for Larson Ford, and they're going to have to do a lot in the remaining minutes of the third quarter and in the fourth quarter to try to get back into this game.
As Frank going to the rim, left it short, his rebound and put back, no good as well. Here comes Luster running the floor. With a screen, he'll try a mid-range, and that one no good. I mean, what is the shot? I'm curious, shot selection there from Larson Ford, their last 2 possessions. As Coit, wide open from 3, buries it, and the lead up to 10.
And once again, just leaving Coit open, you can't do that. And he hasn't been left open a ton so far tonight, but a nice job to drain the open 3. Haven't gotten a lot of those.
As Lions fouled by Dortch and then a block.
Yeah, I think the foul was more so before or I guess while he was in the motion of going up for the shot, and then it was a nice block, an impressive one after the fact.
And Lions now has 2 at the stripe. His first one goes and extends the lead and cuts the lead to 9. Mason Jones to get in for Dortch. And Stearns, not to say that they really benefited from what Kevin Mateo did, but they really kind of lucked out because they lose him, but in the process, it's an eye for an eye, and the eye that you got.
A pretty important one.
Exactly.
You could say 2 of them, honestly, with both Pierre-Louis brothers gone, although I don't know how related Josh leaving was.
As that one couldn't fall from Gaffney, and a chance to cut it in the lead for Lions and Larson, and he's fouled. Once again, that'll send Lions to the line. Larson's been in the bonus, and they really haven't taken much advantage of being in the bonus for the last 5 minutes.
Yeah, they just don't have the same guys that can get to the rim with the same explosion as the 2 Pierre-Louis brothers. I know we keep hammering it home, but it really is true. The amount of the impact that those 2 guys had on this offense and the gravity that they put on the rim, and you really can't replace it with any of the guys that they have right now.
And indeed, you can't, but they've cut it to now 7, and a free throw for Lions here could cut it to 6. He does. This is the guys you got to play for, and I'm shocked Isaiah McCallum is on the bench right now. As here comes Campbell. He'll try a mid-range. Couldn't hit it. Rebounded by Agbajemism. Here's a 3 for Lions from the corner. That one pinballs out. Here's Mason Jones driving, going up with the right, and he's fouled by Lucas Agbajemism. Agbajemisson.
And Jones, another one of those guys, he actually got a technical in yesterday's game as well. So a lot of intensity for the Stearns team. And Jones, not one to shy away from any kind of challenge on the floor. Just like how he went up against Agbajemisson, who has the height advantage.
I wonder, still no McCallum on the floor for Larson.
I feel like the strategy right now for Larry Marshall is just to get him as much rest as possible and then have him go all out in that 4th quarter.
And Hyatt stripped of the ball, but off of Stearns, so it'll remain with Larson Ford.
And another guy that Larson Ford could really use right now is Ron Harper Jr., Hyatt's former Rutgers teammate. Could not make it for last night's game, so he could not be the playoff exception. And, I mean, especially right now, they just need somebody else who can consistently score off the dribble on his own.
Peter Luster with it now. Finds Lions. Lions lost the ball. Coit stripped it. And here comes Stearns. Coit driving. Diggy was fouled on the 2 attempt, and he'll go to the line for a pair. Just unfortunate that if you're Larson, not being able to be at full strength is just a tough hand to be dealt.
Absolutely. And I still don't really know what sparked the altercation that Mateo and Pierre-Louis had. It looked like it was, in the middle of a play, and then once the foul was called on Josh Pierre-Louis, it looked like it was something must have been said that both of them took exception to, and from there, they kept jawing back at each other. They got the double technical, and then it seemed like things were starting to de-escalate a little bit, but then Mateo and Josh Pierre-Louis started going back and forth.
As it's an 8-point game.
And all that happened just 9 seconds into the 3rd quarter. We've had an eventful 3rd quarter, folks.
As that one doesn't go. Long rebound comes out to Lions. He'll feed Luster. Luster throws it up for Lions. He couldn't put it in. Hyatt there for the rebound, and it rolled on every part of the rim and out. It's been that kind of night through 3 quarters for Larson Ford. We go to the 4th. Stearns looking to advance. They're up by 8. Fourth quarter action, JSBL, Dan Yuzerski and Alec Krauthamel. And I believe McCallum will be back in the game, so he checks in for Luster. So, I mean, Alan Holman, Alan Holman on the floor. It's Lyons, Hyatt, Holman, McCallum, and Agma Jemison. So, this might be the best five that they can suit up for now. And down 8, this is not an easy matchup against the defending 2-time champ and a team that was more than good enough to earn the 2nd seed in this year's playoffs.
Yeah, absolutely. And looks like we have a water spill near the
Oh my.
Larson Ford bench. They're trying to clean that up.
I mean, this game has had delays few and far between.
Yeah, usually we're out of here by 9:45, 9:50 at the latest, but we haven't even started the fourth quarter, and it's 10 o'clock.
The fate that I've been dealt tonight has been one that has been quite interesting. I won't get into it, but wow. I mean, this is just... when I said we'd be out here by 10:30, and now we got the janitor coming in to try and clean up this water spill, and I mean, this is quite the game too we've been given.
Yeah, tell me about it. Yeah, it was a hotly contested first half. I mean, it's still an 8-point game. It's still within reach for Larson Ford, but again, where they're at now, it's just going to take a lot to come back into this game, especially given the fact that Coit has been heating up in that third quarter. The league's leading scorer is up to 29 points now. He scored 14 in that third quarter alone, and I'm sure a lot of that was due to the fact that he didn't have to be guarded by Nate Pierre-Louis anymore, who was really giving him fits in that first half.
Indeed, and you knew the moment Nate Pierre-Louis was ejected from this game, you knew the happiest guy in this building was probably Diggy Coit.
Absolutely.
As Diggy didn't have to go up against him.
And he was really getting in trouble because of the physicality that he provided, and he was able to keep up with Coit's array of dribble moves and quick first step, along with having the size advantage and being able to bump him off of his space, as well as it looks like they even got the mop out. I don't know what the heck happened over there.
Timeout on the floor here. We'll be back with fourth quarter action after this short break.
team. So
Welcome back. David Smith here now with Alec Crownham. Little change. Dan had to go. Gaffney kicks it to Dortch, who finds Campbell. Turnaround Jay from the mid-range. That's his spot. He gets it to go.
it really is. He is a mid-range maestro. And we haven't seen that a ton here in this game, but on that one, getting really comfortable trying to put this game on ice.
McCallum, scores. Now Diggy Coit. He drives and finishes through the contact. Diggy Coit extends the lead back to double digits, and he'll get a chance to extend the lead to 11.
And once again, just an explosive first step, and he gets high in the air and just flips it up after getting the contact and got it off the backboard. Just a really nice move there for Coit. Now up to 31 points, looking for 32. He is close to his scoring average, averaged 34.5 points per game this season.
McCallum now drives, stripped by Gaffney, but right into the hands of Lyons, who lays it in with the left hand. Gene Campbell now. He lays it up and in with the right hands. Holman, and that one goes out of bounds and will remain Larson Ford possession.
I thought the official motioned foul first, and so did Diggy Coit. He would have been very unhappy with the foul call, but no foul.
Good screen from Lyons, gets it back. Mason Jones defending, jabs, goes to the right, and finishes with the right hand. What a great game we're seeing from Christian Lyons.
He has really stepped up. Even before Pierre-Louis, or both of them had left, he was really stepping up as well, and then even in their absence, he's been really good on the ball and just driving to the rim.
Jones, strong take, can't finish. Rebounded by Lyons, outlet to McCallum, bounce pass in to Agba Jemison, who can't finish. Here comes Parker Dortch in transition, feeds it off to Mason Jones, and he lays it up and in.
Almost sold the no-look pass by Dortch. That was a beauty, but nice layup in transition.
Got a high-scoring affair, 100-89. Lions can't add to it there, misses the triple. Diggy Coit now with it. Looking to get some separation. Drives and the foul. He's just so shifty. It's insane.
He even lost the ball in midair and was still able to flip it up and in. And on that one, he showcased his full array of dribble moves. I mean, he went between the legs, back and forth, hesitation, rhythm dribble towards the rim, drew the foul. He's just so electric with the ball in his hands.
The cat was fully out of the bag there. Converts the three-point play. Now Hyatt, he'll pull up from deep. Can't get it to go. Good box out by Jones as the rebound goes to Coit. Coit gets the switch. Step back jumper from the free throw line, no good. Now it's Hyatt bringing it up for Larson. High arcing pass into Lyons, and he lays it up for two on the alley-oop off a great feed from Andre Hyatt.
Yeah, really high flyer Lyons is. Just able to go up and get that one. Nice job.
Campbell. That pass deflected, but into the hands of Mason Jones. Leaves it for Coit. In the corner is Dortch. He'll try the triple. Can't get it to go. Rebound goes to Andre Hyatt, and he loses it out of bounds. Possession will go to Stern's trailer. Alonzo Frink coming back into the game for Stearns. He'll replace Mason Jones. Bigger lineup into the game now for Stearns with Frink, Selby, and Dortch all on the floor.
Yeah, kind of a three, not really a three big lineup, but a one big and two bigger forward lineup.
Frink kicks it out to Selby, drives and lays it in with the right hand. Lions now playing the lead guard role after the Pierre-Louis brothers both exited. And a great shot there from Lyons, getting to a spot at the elbow. Campbell leaves it for Coit. Coit. Hargrave defending, leaves it in for Dortch as he finishes.
Man, he was looking like, Coit looked like Justin Robinson, the way he just flung that pass into Dortch. Perfect accuracy, too, and just let him in for the easy layup.
Hyatt, here comes the double. We'll try the triple anyway, can't get it to go. Was in Agba Jemison's hands, couldn't bring it down for the offensive rebound. They'll throw a double at Coit. Coit slips around Hargrave, the alley-oop, brought down, and a foul as Dortch will go to the line.
And that was another beautiful no-look pass by Coit. And Dortch, he has a lot of hops, but just kind of mistimed it by just a step, but he was still able to get to it. And then he drew the foul there on Hyatt going up and under.
First free throw from Dortch, can't get it to go. 14-point lead, going to take a lot, especially without the firepower of the Pierre-Louis brothers, for Larson Ford to make a comeback here. This was a highly anticipated matchup. It ended up that the highly anticipated Ron Harper would not end up playing this year for Larson. Ended up proving them costly. Lions laid it up, drew the foul, couldn't finish.
And once again, Lions has really taken the initiative for this Larson Ford offense. Really been able to drive straight to the rim. He's a great athlete, like a lot of these players for Larson Ford are. And he's been able to get to the rim. He's had a lot of success as he hits that first free throw. Just been a really good on-ball scorer. And Lions, a lot of these guys like Lions and McCallum have been ready for this role because they have played it without Hyatt or Harper Jr. or Josh Pierre-Louis. So they have experience doing it, but now in the playoffs, it just doesn't look like they have enough firepower to compete with Stearns.
Diggy Coit. And he gets bumped by McCallum. They're now one foul away from being in the bonus the rest of the way with 5:18 left to play.
And we've seen a lot of fouls get called in both of these games tonight. As Coit's trying to hype himself up, or I don't know what the heck he was trying to do there. He's laughing it off. I don't know what he was trying to do. I don't know if he was trying to hype himself up or display his frustration or what.
In a very silent gym at the moment, it was a pretty funny moment. Frink missed the bunny, and that one goes out of bounds. And we'll go back. Or excuse me. We'll go back to Larson. Very interesting we're seeing Lions play the point guard. He is having a tremendous game, though.
He really is. He's got a good handle, and he really has a nice impact to go towards the basket. And moving him to that lead guard spot has really worked out well, even if it's not showing on the scoreboard.
Coit from deep three-point range, can't get it to go off the front of the rim. The rebound goes to Christian Lyons. Lyons out in transition, loses the handle, leaves it for Luster. Luster, the triple, no good. The rebound goes to Frink. Frink passes to Coit. Coit in transition, the lob, and the finish by Parker Dortch. Great feed from Coit.
And they've been trying to get that lob a couple times as Hargrove's three is short and Luster with the rebound. They've been trying to get that going a couple times. Dortch hasn't been able to fire it home for the dunk, but a couple of nice layups for him off the nice passes from Coit.
Hyatt from the wing, can't get it to go. Another offensive rebound, this time by Holman. Kicks it out to Lyons. Lyons on an island. He'll take that three, can't get it to go. 4 attempts there for Larson Ford, none of which could find the bottom of the net. Coit back into the corner. Dortch in the post now is Selby. Selby over the top of Hyatt, gets it to go. Stearns starting to run away with it now. 3 minutes, 30 seconds left. Good feed from Hargrove. Holman now kicks it out. Hyatt. Hyatt from deep, long, rebounded by Lyons. And then a good shot there on the opposite wing from Hargrove as the lead's back to 13. They've just had no answer from Coit, for Coit, excuse me. They've thrown a few different people at him, but whoever they've thrown at him, they haven't had an answer.
Well, they did have an answer until that answer got ejected from the game 9 seconds into the third quarter, I would say.
That's a good way to put it as well. They wanted an 8-second call. Hyatt from deep, can't get it to go. Long rebound to Frink. And the big fella is playing the big guard role, but then he leaves it for Campbell. Campbell from deep, and he gets it to go. And it's now an 18-point game. Here comes Frink. Campbell drives off one from the free throw line, can't get it to go. 2 minutes left now. Seems like both teams are kind of just giving up. Lions with the slam. Both teams just going through the motions now. I think they very well know Stearns is on their way to victory.
Yeah, Lyons a very high flyer, 6'4" guard, but he can really slam it home like he did there. He played his high school ball at Pennsauken High School, and also played at Rowan College of South Jersey. He averaged about 16 a game there, and also played D2 for Malloy in New York.
And another huge slam by Lions to cut the lead to 14. And I think they're kind of just letting him do it at this point to see what he can pull out of his bag.
I think so.
Dortch can't hit the three. Now it's Frink who takes one way off the mark. Rebound goes to Lions. Lions drives to the cup, lays it up with the left, no good. The rebound goes to Parker Dortch. 1 minute remaining in regulation. Campbell beyond the arc, gets it to go. Gene Campbell has hit each of his last 2 threes. Luster now. Pull it from beyond the arc, gets it to go. 40 seconds left now. Stearns just a few possessions away from moving on to the next round. Campbell lays it in. Hargrove will try the three, just no defense anymore from either team. Luster, step back three, gets it to go. And I'll tell you what, Peter Luster is always the first guy in and out of this gym.
Absolutely, he is one of those guys that really likes to work in the gym, and it's showing off here later in the game, hitting a couple of nice shots, but unfortunately not enough for Larson Ford as they fall in this quarterfinal round.
Stearns Trailer, the defending 2-time champions, will move on yet again. When we come back, we will have the player of the game interview.
Alec Cradamel here with our Jersey Shore Basketball League star of the game, David Diggy Coit, the league's leading scorer after a 37.9 rebound performance in Stearns Trailers 122-109 victory in the quarterfinal round of the playoffs over Larson Ford. Diggy, first of all, another 37 points. I mean, how are you doing it every night, putting up 30-plus?
My teammates trusted me, letting me play my game. That's pretty much how I do it. Stay consistent in the gym. Just use this as practice cardio. I ain't like my 37 tonight. I ain't like it. It was a sloppy 37. Not from the turnovers aspect, just my pace. Not playing. I was playing through contact later in the game, but like when Nate was guarding me, I wasn't playing through contact that well because he was being real aggressive. So gotta go back to the drawing board. That's how I do.
And you mentioned Nate Pierre-Louis guarding you. He gave you a little bit of trouble in that first half, and then after he was ejected, kind of pushed things back in your favor. Did you feel the same way, putting up 15 points in the third?
I probably had like 14 in the first half, around there, so I didn't feel like he was really giving me trouble. I just felt like I was looking for calls that we usually get, like bumping me, forearm, and my chest holding, like that's calls we usually get, so that allowed him to play more physical. And obviously, if he's allowed to play more physical, they loading up, it makes it look worse. But I feel like they started to clean it up a little bit, and then that's why I was able to get out of transition. But definitely losing him changed the flow of the game for us. Actually made me not really want to play. Like, I don't really, you know what I mean? I grew up with Nate. I grew up with Josh, his little brother. That's like my big brother, so
Absolutely.
I don't really like them not being in the game. I didn't really like that, so I didn't really care for this game for real, like being honest.
And moving on to the semifinal round, you guys will have a tough matchup in the winner of one of the quarterfinal games tomorrow night. What's your guys' preparation like for the semifinals?
Who's playing? Who's in that game?
We'll find out after the quarterfinals, but we'll see.
Who's playing? I'm saying who do you know who's?
Let me find that
But
out.
for preparation-wise,
Yeah.
it's just staying consistent in the gym, playing together, playing defense, rebounding. That's really it. If we get stops and we rebound, offense going to take care of itself. So we got a lot of guys who can score. We got a lot of guys who can play make. So that's really the main things for real, being able to do that. If we're able to do that, we're gonna have a great game. And whoever it is, I'm sure it's going to be great competition. It's going to be people here. It's going to be a live game. So I'm looking forward to it.
Absolutely, absolutely. And Diggy, last time we spoke, you had just gotten the waiver from the NCAA, still in the
Yeah,
transfer portal.
for sure.
How's your college search looking right now?
College search looking good. Definitely clearing up was a blessing, for sure. Definitely a blessing getting to finish out my college career, knowing I only played 3 years, and now I'm able to get my degree. So it's definitely a blessing. Obviously, it's a lot though. Like now, my recruitment process is cut. The time is cut by 1,000. So I gotta hurry up and make a decision. Hurry up and find the best fit for me. Apply all the little stuff, logistics that nobody wants to do. I got to do that, but it's a blessing. I'm grateful for the opportunities.
Well, Diggy Coit, another star-studded performance, 37 points, 9 rebounds in Stearns Trailers quarterfinal victory. Diggy, great job tonight, and best of luck in the next round.
Thank you.